Hello YouTube, the Athens fan back here again. Today I'm going to be warning you about some scams that are mostly done online. So without further ado, let's get started. Sorry for my parents talking in the background. Alright, so the first scam that is important enough to cover is government imitation scams. So basically people pretending to be the government but not the government. So there are many different forms of this. So, one good form of a scam is to where... So basically, there will be... The most common form is for you to get these calls that are either imitating the IRS or Social Security. And the IRS ones are like... will come out like this. You need to go ahead and send us $200,000 or whatever it is, and then or else the sheriff will have you arrested in 2 hours. Well, that's the scam. They're not the government. They only need $200,000. And of course, Social Security ones will be like, "Hello, your Social Security number has been detected for fraudulent purposes in Miami, Florida. Your Social Security number so that way we can fix it." Yeah, well, that's a scam. Now, wait a minute. You might be wondering, how can my Social Security... How can that be a scam? Well, that's pretty simple. They want to know your Social Security number so that way they can hack into your bank account and take all your money. So yeah, those are the two most common forms of government imitations. But my father actually got the scam call on Friday, which is basically telling him that he was necessary for his case in Connecticut and that he would get arrested if he didn't call back. Well, guess what? He never got arrested since he didn't answer back. He didn't get arrested, so that means that therefore that is a scam. And also another form, this is through an email that a YouTuber named Pleasant Green got. I'll link his channel down below in the description. He basically got this email imitating the governor of Illinois, that if he promoted their beautiful state, he would get paid for that. Well, guess what? As they began talking to each other about that, guess what? Pleasant Green decided the governor told him that he needed to pay some sort of fee before doing that. Well, that fee is a scam. So yeah, those are all those government imitation scams. So just beware that they just don't call or email you out of the blue. They would send you a letter first. So just beware of that. And the next common form of scam is the romance scam. This is a really popular scam that you need to know about. So this romance scam actually comes in many different forms. So one form is that most commonly on Facebook, you'll get this friend request from somebody who, let's say he's this nice doctor or he's in the army or something. He graduated from Harvard and he's like in his 50s or whatever. Well, as you begin chatting off with him, guess what? He is going to ask you for that he needs like $8,000 to travel from like a different country or something. Well, guess what? That's the scam. So yeah, that is therefore a scam, and of course this thing, the guy's scam will most likely happen to women, and they'll do the same thing for men, except they'll more than likely going to be pretending to be women. So yeah, that will basically be it. It's and also there another form factor is through this YouTube comment thing, where basically this woman pretending to be interested in this user will comment down below, normally with a timestamp that is actually much longer than the video, and then so supposedly, or it'll just be a straight up comment that'll have a timestamp and a link to it. Now this link will be basically for a dating site or something, but yeah, those are scams. They will normally ask you to enter in your credit card number. So yeah, those are scams. Now this next scam is normally dedicated to Asian Americans. So what this will do is they'll call you and say that there's an error with your migration papers and that you might need to pay this fee or something. Now I don't know anybody who's gotten them, but to be fair, I don't know many Asian Americans. So these calls will also come up in Mandarin too, but that is a scam and actually a little racist too. And now here's a much more common scam. Tech support scam. So there are many different forms of how this tech support scam comes up. So let's say it comes up as on your computer. It'll either imitate the blue screen of death on Windows, or else it'll be like a little pop-up message that comes up. Normally these are accidentally from viruses you click on from ad sites, and it'll tell you your computer has been detected by a virus. Please call this number or give us your account so that way we can resolve it. Well, guess what? That's literally a scam and hack into your account and steal maybe your info and such. And also that it might ask you to call this number, and you could also just again call or email out of the blue saying that there's something wrong with your computer or phone or etc. Now Windows will also even try to imitate the blue screen death, but by the way, a real blue screen death happens as soon as you boot and it takes up the whole screen, just to let you know. So it'll normally guide you to this. So these calls, once you get them on there, they'll normally guide you to these websites. These websites will either have you pay somehow, or they'll make you download a program, which is a virus. Now this means that all your work data can be vulnerable, and even if you do online banking, that's vulnerable, and they can steal your money from that. And not only that, but they can even sell what they do is they take the data that they can get from the malware and sell it for huge amounts of money on the dark web. Yikes. So yeah, that is basically tech support scam. And now let's move on to another common scam. Grandparents, listen up. Or old people, listen up, excuse me. So what these will do is normally older people will get these scam calls that will be pretending to be their grandson. They'll say, Hi, I'm your grandson. I got in jail and I need you $10,000 to bail me out of jail. Well, guess what? That's a scam. Has $10,000 part of the scam, but they'll also tell you, don't tell mom and dad. They're gonna be really mad at me. Just pay me. Pay it. And yeah, that is such a scam. What a scam that is. Cause please, if you get some sort of call like that, please make sure to check the child's parents if possible. Or even check in with the child themselves. Call the real number. But if you can even ask why they sound different, this one scammer asked that and he said, well, I broke my nose getting arrested. That does not and this is why I sound different. That does not commonly happen. So that's a scam. So that is basically a scam. And by the way, they also have And this doesn't just go for parents and grandsons either. This also goes for like if you have these calls basically can imitate a relative and tell you that you need to pay such and such for an emergency. So yeah, those are all scams. Now here's another really, really common scam. These are normally what you call the gift card scams. These are really common scams that basically just say, you normally get these through like calls or something, or maybe emails saying, hello. They might pretend to be a government and say, hello, can you please you'll need to pay this fee with these gift cards and such or something. I actually made a whole video about that scam, by the way, if you're more interested in learning about that scam. And yeah, just know that gift cards can only be used for buying stuff at the direct retailer's place. And so never provide numbers on the back of the gift cards to somebody you don't know. Those are basically the gift card scams. Now here's another really common scam. It's getting ridiculous how many scams there are. So this will be like let me think of another popular scam that I can remember. The car wrap scam. Basically, look at these the you keep you review scams. That's a better way to describe it. So they'll basically say that either if you review like this, you'll get these ads popping up maybe on Instagram or Snapchat, saying that if you review this product for us, then you'll get to keep the product and the phone. You'll get to keep like the product and get a little bit of cash too. Well, that's a scam. And actually, a YouTuber named APR2K Productions, please subscribe to him, by the way. I'll have his video link below in the description. That one gets much more into that. So yeah, now let's move on to another popular scam. And while on the subject, they have a similar kind of scam called the car wrap scam, which is basically just calls or emails saying that if you promote our product by getting this wrap on a car, you can get a little bit of cash for that, just for driving your car around with the wrap on it. That's a scam because they'll take money out of your bank account. So that is basically, yeah, that's a scam. Now another common scam is the Amazon. Another common scam is like this Amazon work from home kit scam, which is pretty ridiculous. Which basically you might get these ads popping up online saying that if you can work from home while working for Amazon, but you need to buy this work from home kit for $200. That's a scam. And while we're on the subject, they also have these Amazon imitation scams saying that your Amazon package has been is out for delivery, so can you please call this number for verification. This will normally come up via text or email, but guess what? That number will make you do something that's a scam. And while on the subject of it, they even have these Amazon scam. They even have these I bought something scams, which will basically be emails or calls or something like that saying that you purchased something on like Amazon or whatever on your account. Yeah, this purchase may not have been done by you, so can you please come in and check on this? Well, guess what? That is some sort of scam. And actually, a couple of years ago, my mother got one of those scam emails saying that I had literally bought the Samsung product, even though I would never buy something without my mother's permission, and that had some sort of link to it. But don't worry, whenever you get these scam calls or spam emails, don't worry. don't worry, as long you shouldn't have to cancel a charge or anything as long as you don't go to any websites or whatever. And yeah, there are so many more scams that are to be mentioned as well, but there are so many more scams out there that I have not gotten to in this video. So just be... Oh! I forgot one more common scam. The giveaway scam. Which basically there'll be these ads saying that you can win this free iPhone or something. They'll say you need to do something special to enter. Somewhere along the way it'll have you do something special to enter. That's a scam to take your money or even install some malware onto your computer. So yeah, that's a scam. But there are so many more scams that I forgot to mention in this video. So I'll have everything linked below. But lastly, how do I keep myself protected from these scams? Well, a good way to keep protected from these scams is to, number one, subscribe to Pleasant Green, for he does lots of scam videos. But also watch the news, or just read news articles, or just do something to keep up with the news, because they'll tell you all about these scams. Make sure you tell everybody you know about the scams, and especially tell young people about these scams. It's not just old people falling for the scams. It's younger people fall more, like between the ages of 18 and 25, tend to fall more for these types of scams than anybody. So please make sure to let them all know about these scams. And lastly, all I have yet to say is peace out. I know this has been a very long video. I'll have everything linked down below into the description. Don't worry, nothing spam. And as always, time for real. Peace out. To mention another kind of scam that I already did a video on, but it was a scam where basically you'll get these normally through emails saying that you'll need to fill out this survey or whatever. The survey will be done doing Google Forms, but they'll ask you for all kinds of personal information. So that's just an extra little clip, and finally, peace out.